There's a state out there that has a $68 billion budget deficit. I'll give you 3 seconds to name the state. It begins with a C. All right, let's check out the article. This is from Yahoo Finance. Severe revenue decline. California faces a record $68 billion deficit. Here's what is eating away at the Golden State's coffers. This is by Bethan Moorcraft. Here's the article right here, if you want to track it down. They say it contributes from a severe revenue decline. That's from the Legislative Analyst's Office. And then they go on to mention a couple of different factors as to why. And then I'll give my the real reasons why. So I say that the revenue shortfall is partly due to the 2022 tax collection, which was delayed due to severe winter storms. 55 out of the 58 counties in California were able to, the residents there, taxpayers, they were able to delay their tax filing and paying until October 16th, and then it got postponed until November 16th. Then they go on to say that the total income tax collection is down 25% in 2022 to 2023. And then they mention federal delays in tax collection forced California to pass a budget based on projections instead of actual tax receipts. Now the author actually gets into the real issues of what's going on, which I think are the bigger problems, which I think not only for the 2024 budget, but also future budgets. Let's take a look at this. The author says California has lost residents and businesses and therefore tax revenue in recent years. Here are the numbers. These are the numbers. California state's population declined for the first time in 2021. People were not satisfied with all the whole beer bug mandates and the restrictions and all that, and they left to Texas, Florida, the other states. 2021, California lost 281,000 residents. In 2022, 211,000 residents were lost. So between the 2 years, that would make it 492,000 people left. So essentially just say 500,000. They say many moved to Texas, Oregon, Nevada, Arizona. And I think that's a big deal because if you look, I even saw a couple of days back, there's an article talking about the 2030 census and the projections going on, talking about what the congressional makeup will look like if it stands right now, if it continues up to 2030. And they're saying California may lose, I believe they said 2 congressional seats. I have to look at it again. I believe 2. And then Texas would gain 2. And then Florida would gain 1 and a couple other states. But pretty much everybody's going to the red states, right? The Republican-run states. I wonder why that is. A lot of people moving out of the state due to housing cost. That's a big one. Post-pandemic remote work trends are causing a severe impact on a lot of California's downtown centers. A lot of the real estate there, if you notice, like in San Francisco, Silicon Valley, Los Angeles, a lot of it's just vacant. You go down there for lease signs for different little office buildings within the bigger office tower itself, right? Then they say here, they talk about how the Federal Reserve raised rates 11 times since March 2022, but it looks like 2024 interest rates are going to be going down at 3 different times throughout the year. I think once 2025 gets here, January 2025, it's going to be very affordable, a lot more affordable than it has been. Home sales in the state were down about 50. Home sales were down in the state about 50%. That's crazy. The monthly mortgage to buy a typical California home has gone from $3,500 to $5,400 over the course of the Fed rates hikes. So that would be, I believe they began it in like about middle of 2022. All throughout 2023 they raised, I think they stopped in the fall. Investment in the state's tech economy has dropped significantly due to financial conditions. Yeah, it's too expensive to operate here. They're going to more affordable states. And then they say by the number of California companies that went public in 2022 and 23 being down over 80%. That's investment in the state's tech economy is down 80%. That's crazy. One result is that California businesses have had less funding to be able to expand operations and to hire new workers. LAO pointed that the number of unemployed has increased, actually, since it began in the summer of 2022. It went from 3.8 to 4.8%. Now they're saying these are kind of the remedies they're looking at the state level in Sacramento. They're looking at declaring a budget emergency and then withdrawing around $24 billion in cash reserves. Oh, they should definitely do that. California also has the option to lower school spending to the constitutional minimum. And that move would save $16.6 billion. So that gets to, with the money in cash reserves, 24, and then lowering school spending, that would get to $40 billion. It could also cut back on at least $8 billion of temporary or one-time spending in 2024 to 2025. Once again, that would cut back $8 billion, so that gets to about $48 billion. So that may actually be what's needed just for the 1 year of 2024. That's pretty much it for this article, guys. I mean, I think I really want to share that one because I think a lot of the California politicians, they're so arrogant. They want California to be the model for all the other states, but then there's all these big problems here. They can't manage the budget. Got all these problems. They want to fund abortions for people who are out of state. They want to advertise for it. Illegal immigrants get all these kind of tax benefits, unemployment, health care. It's just outrageous here. And then the article did mention too about how the tax base is really based on a highly progressive system. So you look at the wealthy people who have left. Elon left like 2 years back, I believe, and then other wealthy individuals. So you look at the amount of taxes that they pay, but then they took their corporations with them. He took Tesla from, can't remember which, it was up in the Bay Area there. He took Silicon Valley, and then he took that to Texas and put it there. And all the tax money went with it, and all the jobs too. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Happy New Year.